Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I just got another sailor pen in the mail, and this one I've seen on YouTube a couple of times, and I just wanted it so much because of how it looks, like the starry night sky with all its shimmer throughout the body. But this is the Sailor Shikiori fairy tale version, the Vega. So let's go ahead and look at it. Okay, well, it's definitely went through custom, so it just wasn't perfect, but it's still perfectly fine. But here's the pen. All right, wow. Just, oh my god, the navy blue, this dark blue with all the speckles inside. Just gorgeous. Okay, let's just open that up, put this box aside. Okay. Yeah, so this, I plan to put the Iroshizuku Tsukiyo ink into this one, just because I thought that the night moonlight, the moonlight, I think that's what Tsukiyo means, moonlight sky. So that one should go pair pretty well with this pen, but here's a closer look at the pen. Let me just make sure that it's okay. So around the center of the cap, or the bottom of the cap here, it says Sailor Japan, founded 1911. So, that's a legit one. I did get this off of eBay at a really nice price. So, but these go retail for about $200 on most retailers here in America, which I guess is fine, but I would never be able to justify paying that much for myself. But if you look closely at, I'm just spinning the pen around, and it looks like I'm staring into the galaxy full of stars. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it in the my phone camera, if it's picking up really well. But yeah, sorry if I'm just spinning it around, just looking at it. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so the cap finial here is just the Sailor logo with the anchor here. It's really nice. The gold and the dark blue with this navy here, it just goes so well together. All right, let's look at the nib. Oh wow, this is actually the new nibs, huh? Or the super older one, but the older ones have 1911 going through. Let's see if we can zoom in right. Yeah, so this one does not have 1911 at the top of it. So I think this is their newer Sailor nibs. This is 14K, so it's a 14 karat gold nib. It's a medium fine. It doesn't say hard medium fine. So we'll see how this one writes. It's definitely, I think it's one of the newer ones that they made, or they fitted with the newer nib. Oh, I am so happy with this. This is one of my few darker pens, and I usually like lighter colored pens, but this one is just beautiful, and it's nice to have some things that are a little different from the rest of your collection. So, all right, let's get this inked up with Iroshizuku Tsukiyo, and we will do a little writing sample just to test how the nib writes. Just getting some paper ready to just add the rest of the ink. Oh, right, this one, the Sailor pens comes with ink cartridges, but they do not come with a converter, so I did buy one ahead of time. Here it is. I just bought the white one, though I feel like with this darker barrel I could have just bought the normal black one. I think there's a gold one too, and it would accent really well with all these gold accents on these Sailor pens, but I don't know. Amazon doesn't seem to have it. Or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. Okay, so let's put this converter in there. And it does take proprietary Sailor converters, so the international cartridges will not fit in here. I don't use regular cartridges, so because I love changing my inks a lot. That's just me. But I think with this pairing, I might not change it too much, because this is going to be I'm going to use this as my professional pen where I can write in a professional setting, and so the ink color is going to have to be dark enough. And with this beautiful pen, it's going to be great. Okay, I think that's okay. All right, so we'll just push the piston down all the way, and then make sure that the nib goes below the ink. Alright, I picked up some ink, but it's not a lot, so I'm just gonna push it back down and repeat the process. There we go. That's perfect. That's more than enough. I definitely got some ink in my hands. Oh, just gorgeous. Okay, so let's make sure that this is covered up. Oh, look at that blue. It's so pretty inside the barrel of the converter. Oh, okay. Close that up. There's a lot of threads to close this. Okay. Just clean up the sides. Oh wow, that's a lot of ink. Oh yes, beautiful. Okay. Just gonna close the seal for a bit as I clean this all up. There's just so much ink on the sides here. Okay. And oh no. Okay. I just love the Iroshizuku inks. They're so reliable, and they just write so nicely. If you have a very, very fine, thin nib, or a nib that writes really dry, you never go wrong with Pilot Iroshizuku inks. They will make your writing experience that much better. If you have a very wet nib or wet pen, you can pair with anything else, but if you use Iroshizuku, it'll just be super wet. And if you love very wet writing experience, then that's perfectly fine. It'll work just as well. All right, so let me just get my handy dandy Tomoe River paper notebook from my traveler notebook, and we'll do a writing test. So this pen is fairly small. It's like a middle between a pocket pen and a regular pen. I find that if I'm writing it, it sits almost at the very back of my hand here, so I do post the sailors just so that they you know, they look nice. And it's well weighted. Alright, so we'll use the back of this page here. This is the Sailor Shikiori Fairy Tale series. This is Vega. Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukio. Okay, so I'm finding that the nib is also kind of the same as the rest of the sailors. It's still hard. There's not a lot of variation, a line variation when you press on the nib. Even though it is a gold nib, it's not soft. So, but here's a close-up look at. Oh my gosh, this blue is so beautiful. It's like a blue-black, but also like a very dark teal, and this ink does sheen a little bit on the red side, so like if you let the ink dry up, and if a lot of ink pools out, you will see good shading and then sheening after a while. I think this is going to be such a fun ink to be using in a professional setting. So yeah, there you have that. So beautiful. I am so excited. I'm so happy with this purchase. This I got it for about 100 on eBay. So if you can justify that much for a fountain pen, but if you're a fountain pen collector, user like me, I try to get, pens that need to be collected in a fairly reasonable price range. Sometimes you can get it for even lower than that, so it might be worth the wait. But for me, I had to have this. Look, again, it's just so beautiful. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do that for a picture shot. Okay. I guess one last thing I can do is just a comparison with my other pens. I do have my TWSBI Eco here. This is the regular one. I do love the rose gold versions better, so I think I might get another one. And then this is my Kaweco Sport. It says Kaweco collection on here. I think that's probably because it's a limited edition. This is the iridescent pearl. So when you put them together, yeah, so it is kind of like a medium size. And then if we compare them uncapped, still the same, so it's in the middle of the pack. And then if we post it, the Kaweco and the Sailor are almost the same. So I think my TWSBIs, I do not post them, so they are about the same. That's kind of how I like the length of my pens. If you do post the TWSBI Ecos, it does post better than the diamonds, but when you post it, it's super long, so it's better for if you have bigger hands. But for small hands like me, I think the Sailor and the Kaweco, they post really, really nicely. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for taking your time to watch my video. I just love fountain pens so much, so I just wanted to make some videos. Thought I would share my thoughts and my pens with you guys. Yeah, so if you want to leave a like, subscribe to my channel. I know it's pretty small right now, I'm just starting off. And comment down what you like about fountain pens, your favorite Sailor, Shikiori series. Yeah, so thanks again, and see you in the next video. Bye.